Helmet cam activated. Base, this is Crow. Moving to the south entrance.
Crow, this is Hammer Actual. We read you. Good hunting.
Wilco. Breaching south door. Contact front, interior hallway. Got noise coming from the right. Continuing breach.
Here we go.
Contact! Gonna advance the door. 1 KIA. That's 2 down. Face. Proceeding to clear reception. Moving to exterior hallway. Contact! Suicide bomber. Shit. Shit, he can take a lot of damage. Come on. No. 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 Shit. This is SDG. And welcome to Rainbow Six Siege. As I said in the opening, it's EPIC SDG, and today I'm bringing you my first impressions of the Rainbow Six Siege closed beta. Now, I was a part of the original open beta for PC, and you guys know my normal PC slam. It just didn't work out because my computer couldn't run it. Then I got into the technical test that happened a couple days before the beta. Lucky me, and I finally got the chance to play the game in earnest, and I had a good time with the technical test. I had a bunch of difficulty when it came to the beta, but we'll discuss that later in the review. And to start things off, the first thing I want to talk about is the action, and it is top notch. The game actually makes you feel like you're playing a game of hostage rescue. Now, I don't know if you guys played that when you were a kid, but we called it Manhunt. And it was just like this giant game that we played over like a quarter block area where it's hide and seek on steroids, believe me. This game feels just like it. Now you start on one of two teams, the attackers or the defenders. And ironically, it doesn't feel like a good guy versus bad guy game, as I would expect it to feel. It feels more like a SWAT team training simulator, which is kind of its allure when you really think about it. This game is all about the realism, just like the previous iterations of the game. While we haven't had a crack at the story, if the past is present from the campaign standpoint, then we should have a fun time. After you figure out your operator, you vote on your insertion location. The attacking team gets low-pro wheeled drones to scout the location to identify key targets and locations. The defending team has to barricade the areas and set up traps. While the defending team will have more to do, per se, they'll have the advantage because they can set up fields of fire so that they can deal the most death in the shortest amount of time. At the time of this video, the beta has 3 game types: TDM Bomb, TDM Secure, and Terrorist Hunt Classic. In TDM Secure Area, the attacking team has to secure the area for a certain amount of time. I believe it's like 10 seconds completely uncontested, while the defending team attempts to dispose of a threat. In TDM Bomb, the attacking team has to defuse bombs in 2 separate locations, and the defending team has to stop them. In Terrorist Hunt, you have to eliminate targets, and there are 2 different types of matchmaking and 3 difficulties: Lone Wolf and Multiplayer, and Normal, Hard, and Realistic respectively. But this shit is hard. It's fun as hell, but even on the normal difficulty, this mode will tax you. There are different enemy types, and there's a heavily armored one that acts as a suicide bomber, as you saw in the beginning. Guns feel appropriate, but the time to kill is kinda wonky, and that's just as you expect in real life. Sometimes it feels like you die quickly, but other times it feels like it takes a lot of shots to down someone. Shotguns suck though. They just don't feel like the roaring beast they should be. They feel like marshmallow shooters. ARs are dominating the meta currently, and that might change in the full release or the public beta, but in real life, ARs definitely dominated range as opposed to shotguns unless you're running slugs, but I don't think any particular enforcer is running slugs. There are lots of other guns, and the items that you can choose from are vast. There are also 14 operators at this point to choose from. There are 20 total in the game as of publication. This doesn't include the recruits from the 5 organizations, and the organizations are SWAT, SAS, GIGN, Spetsnaz, and GSG-9, world-famous special ops and policing units. Obviously, because I'm an American, SWAT is at the top of my list of favorite, followed closely by SAS. I've actually met the SAS in real life. Those guys are crazy. Now on to some of the bad. The game has a frame stutter issue and a resolution degradation issue that I hope don't make it to the final game. It drops way below 30 frames per second and the resolution drops are noticeable. There's actually some screen tearing in there on occasion, and I'm playing this on Xbox One. Now I know Xbox One doesn't run at anything higher than 1080p, which generally runs like 900p, but this is virtually unacceptable. The lag comp and the netcode need work as well. The problem is actually getting into a game and staying there. Think the initial and still ongoing multiplayer issues that with connecting to matches in Halo Master Chief Collection, and then the staying in the lobby issue of Destiny and wrap it into one game. I assume this won't be a problem in the final release, but this is a gripe that is everywhere, so I'm not the only person experiencing this. Just to make sure I wasn't crazy, I asked a few other players their experience, and they all have the same exact problems. I checked my network settings, rebooted my router, etc., with no discernible change whatsoever. Here's where I'm going to give you my personal thoughts, and it's not in an informational format. The game is stellar when it works. This is a beta, and a closed beta at that, so this can be forgiven as long as I don't waste my pre-order money. We shouldn't have a problem. I don't want this to be kind of like Assassin's Creed Unity was again, because I'm kind of unfinished game out, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just tired of not having games that are done. But like I said, this is a beta, so problems are to be expected. The netcode and the lag comp issues make the game almost unplayable in its current format. Now, they've said that they fixed the server issues, I believe it was the day before yesterday, but I still had the same exact problem. So it is either partially resolved or not resolved at all, and the people I've asked are still having the same problem. When the game works, it's one of the funnest games I've played in a while, and definitely take the chance to jump in the possibility that you can actually get in the game. So today I figure I have something special for you guys, and it's only because we're talking about Rainbow Six. Now, let me give you a fun piece of trivia about myself. The first real adult book I ever read was the original Rainbow Six, which at the time I didn't know was a part of a larger book series. It's actually the Jack Ryan series from Tom Clancy and Mark Greaney. And when I said my first adult book, I was like 9. So take that with a grain of salt. But as an adult, I don't always have time to like sit down and read a good book. But now I have Audible, so I can get my book fix on the go and in my ears, and now so can you. Audible has been nice enough to give us a promotion to pass on to our viewers. Instead of having one free audiobook as offered by other sites and other promotions, we're actually giving out 2 free audiobooks. This is more than enough to get you started if you're a fan of any book series whatsoever. Now here's the thing, if you're not a fan of shooters, then why don't you pick up a fantasy novel? Maybe something like Game of Thrones, because book 5 drops on October 6th, and it's going to be a book to watch. So this is SDG signing out. Thanks for watching, and I'll leave you with the rest of the gameplay. It's probably about another 10 minutes. Take it easy, guys.
Drone is ready. Charge activated. Biohazard container located. Down to 1 Blue 4. Blue 4 has been eliminated. Secure the room. We need to protect the biohazard container. Camera ready to activate. You can stop worrying about grenades now! Activate jammer. Pass those plates around. Initiate jammer.
Reinforcements in place!
Down to 10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Op 4 hasn't found the biohazard container. They will attempt to locate it during the assault. You can stop worrying about grenades now. Op 4 has found the biohazard container. Op 4, last stop standing. Blue 4 victorious. Hostiles eliminated. Barricade the room. We need to protect the biohazard container. Activate. Door secured! Camera ready to activate. Camera ready.
Shield ready!
Down to 10 seconds. Op 4 drone located the biohazard container. Down to 5 seconds. Op 4 has located the biohazard container.
Go with the wire.
Activate jammer.
Raise the wire up.
Take some trauma plates. Op 4 is securing the biohazard container. 15 seconds left. They've ceased attempting to secure the container. We're last operator standing. Op 4 is securing the biohazard container. Intervene immediately. 10 seconds left. Op 4, last operator standing. Protect the biohazard container. 5 seconds to go. Op 4 is securing the container. Mission failed. Blue 4 KIA.